Hello friends, now we will move to another topic of electrostatics, which is electric flux. Before moving towards the electric flux, we will quickly revise some topics which we have already studied. That was it is electric intensity. We have studied into the characteristic that if the number of electric field lines, electric line of force are crowded in a particular region, then the electric intensity is more, and if they are separated, then the electric intensity is less. So generalized formula or formula for electric intensity is number of electric line of force per unit area, which says that electric intensity is equals to number of electric line of force per unit area. That means if the number of electric line of force increases, electric intensity increases, and if number of electric line of force decreases, electric intensity decreases. If through a small area a number of electric field lines are more, then the electric intensity is much more. If we modify this formula, then we will get rearranging this above equation, we will get number of electric line of force is equals to E into area. This formula says that the number of line of force passing through a given surface area is called electric flux. If the area is inclined at an angle theta, consider the plane sheet of paper and the electric field lines are passing from left to right. If the area or a plane sheet of paper whose area vector is perpendicular to the plane sheet of paper, if that is inclined at an angle theta, then electric field passing through the small area ds can be calculated as small d phi, where small electric flux is equals to component of that small area along the direction of E into the area of ds or into the small area ds, where E is the electric field intensity, ds is the small area, and theta indicates that the angle between electric line of force and the area vector. If we integrate that from a small area ds to the over a complete area, then we can write this formula where phi indicates the total electric flux of that plane sheet is equals to integration of d phi, where d phi is the small electric flux starts from small value to the maximum value. This indicates EA, where E is the electric line of force which has a direction electric intensity and A is the area vector. Therefore, we got this formula flux, where phi defines flux or electric flux is equals to E dot A. In next chapter, we might be studying that what is magnetic flux. Then phi is equals to number of magnetic field lines or magnetic intensity into the area that will be magnetic flux. Here we are studying that electric flux. Therefore, phi represents electric flux is equals to electric field intensity or number of electric field lines into the area. So we will come to the definition that number of line of force passing through a given surface area is called electric flux. If we have to find out the units and dimensions, then we have already studied that the electric intensity has units volt per meter and area has unit meter square. So we got cancelling one thing, we got volt per meter. Now we will move to unsolved numericals on textbook page number 206. This numerical says that two small spheres 18 centimeter apart have equal negative charges. That means two charges, they are negative, that means they repel each other, and they are separated by distance of 18 centimeter with the force of 6 into 10 raised to minus 8 Newton. These are the given quantities and we have to find out the total charge on both the spheres. This numerical clearly says that we have to find out the total charge on both the spheres, and the given data is force and the distance. Force of repulsion between the two charges, since both are negative charges, that force of repulsion is 6 into 10 raised to minus 8 Newton, and the distance between the two charges is 18 centimeter. If we convert centimeter into meter, that divided by 100, that means 10 raised to minus 2 meter. And total charge, since there are two charges, the total charge is first charge plus second charge. Now consider first charge is Q1 and second charge is Q2. Here the condition mentioned is that both the charges are equal in magnitude. We know this formula that the Coulomb's force between the two charges is F equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 q1 into q2 upon r square, and 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0, value of 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 is calculated through the experiment. We directly get that value 9 into 10 raised to 9. Here, since both the charges q1 and q2 are equal, therefore q1 equals to q2 equals to q, therefore we can write q square. Now substituting all the values, value of force, value of 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0, q square divided by distance square, and the distance is 18 into 10 raised to minus 2 the whole square. Rearranging that equation, the denominator goes up, therefore we got this equation. Now 10 raised to minus 2, 18 square is 324, and 10 raised to minus 2 is 10 raised to minus 4. Denominator 10 raised to 9 goes up, becomes 10 raised to minus 9 and divided by 9. So we got this term. 10 raised to minus 8, 10 raised to minus 4 and 10 raised to minus 9 becomes 10 raised to 21 and 6 into 324 divided by 9. So if we multiply 6 into 324 by 9, we get this value 216 into 10 raised to minus 21. I have just splitted that values 10 raised to the power term. So 10 raised to minus 1 into 10 raised to minus 20 becomes 10 raised to minus 21. So we got value of q square. This is the value of q. Under root of 21.6 is 4.64 into 10 raised to minus 10. Here negative sign is given because they are negative charges. Now this is the value of q, that is value of a single charge, but we have to calculate the total charge on the system. But total charge is q1 plus q2. Therefore total charge is q1 plus q2, that is nothing but equals to 2 into q. So multiply this equation by 2, we will get 9.28 into 10 raised to minus 10 coulomb, which is the total charge on the system or total charge on both the spheres. Now we will move to second numerical. A charge plus q exerts a force of magnitude minus 0.2 Newton on the another charge minus 2q. If they are separated by 25 centimeter distance, determine the value of q. We have to find out the value of q. So we will write down what the given data is. The first charge q1 is plus q and the second charge is minus 2 into q. And the force given is minus 0.2 Newton, and the distance between the two charges is 25 centimeter. Again centimeter is converted into meter, becomes 10 raised to minus 2 meter. And we have to find out the value of q. We know this formula, F equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0, first charge into second charge divided by distance square. Putting all the given quantities, value of force is 0.2 Newton, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 is 9 into 10 raised to 9 Newton. First charge, second charge divided by distance square. Rearranging this equation, we will get q into 2q, q into 2q on the right hand side. This 25 into 10 raised to minus 2 term goes up, becomes here. So 25 square into 10 raised to minus 2 the whole square becomes 625 into 10 raised to minus 4. 625 into 0.2 becomes 125 divided by 9. 10 raised to 9 goes up, becomes 10 raised to minus 9, 2q square. Now 125 by 9 is 13.88 into 10 raised to minus 13, because 10 raised to minus 4 into 10 raised to minus 9 becomes 10 raised to minus 13, and 2q square on the right hand side, 2 goes down. So we got q square is equals to this value. Dividing by 2, we will get 6.944 into 10 raised to minus 1 into 10 raised to minus 2. This is just an adjustment so that we will get 10 raised to minus 13. We have to find out q, value of q. So 6.944 into 10 raised to minus 1 becomes 0.6944 into 10 raised to minus 12 q square. Taking value of q, taking under root, we will get value of q. This is the value of q. Since this is value of charge, the unit for this is coulomb. that is the expected value. Now we will come to the third numerical, which says that two charge, first 5 microcoulomb and second minus 4 microcoulomb, they are kept at a distance of 5 meter apart from each other at points A and B respectively. That means first charge A is at of 5 microcoulomb is at point A, and the another charge of 5 minus 4 microcoulomb is at B. How much work will have to be done to move a charge at A? We have to move a charge at point A through a distance of 5 meter away from point B along the line BA. We will write down the given data at first. First charge 5 microcoulomb and second charge, which is at point B, minus 4 microcoulomb. So micro has the power 10 raised to minus 6, which is converted into coulomb, becomes 5 into 10 raised to minus 6, and this become minus 4 into 10 raised to minus 6. And the distance between the two charges is 5 meter. Charge Q1 is at point A and charge Q2 is at point B, and we have to find out the total work done to move a charge to point A from point B. Since we have to calculate the electric potential, potential is work done per unit charge. We know this definition, but in this formula we have to calculate work done, but electric potential, which is value of V and value of Q, we have just got the value of Q, but we don't know value of V. So value of V can be calculated through this formula. We have not derived this formula because because it is excluded from your syllabus. You will have to remember this formula, that electric potential is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Q upon R. Remember that first charge divided by distance, it's not distance square. Value of F and value of V is something which is different. Now potential at A is V equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 upon R, because since we have to calculate the potential at A and charge at A is of 5 microcoulomb, therefore we will put value of 5 microcoulomb. Solving this, 10 raised to 9 into 10 raised to minus 6 become 10 raised to 3, and 5 gets cancelled, we get 9 into 10 raised to 3 volt. Now here may be the question that why we have not taken the value of Q2. It is clearly mentioned that work done to move a charge from work done to move a charge at point A, and at point A value of Q is 5 microcoulomb from point B, which is at 5 meter away. That means value of Q2 is not expected. It just may be a confusion, but don't worry, don't get confused. Make sure that where we are moving the charge at point A from B, and at charge A value of charge is 5 microcoulomb. So we got the value, expected value, we know value of V and we know value of Q. So work done, rearranging the above equation, we get W is equals to V into Q. Value of V is V we know, value of Q we know, so we got 9 5s are 45 into 10 raised to minus 3, which is 4.5 into 10 raised to minus 2. Since it is work done is measured in joule, we got unit. This is the final value. That's it for now. We will come with the next topic in the next video. Thank you.